I am Paul and we are SIPA Borders. We're here this evening at Hume Castle.
And SIPA stands for Scottish Investigators of Paranormal Activity. I'm Ashley.
Hi, I'm Bob. Cameraman, cold man. The lights just went out. And hoping we get some good evidence tonight.
So we're actually in the middle of Hume Castle at the minute. We're just at a observed area. I'm not 100% sure what this all is. It's Paul that knows all the information.
So this bit here is directly underneath the observation tower above us, and where we are right now, Ashley's on a plaque. It looks like a tombstone, but it's not. It has coordinates and instructions on it, and what that is that this castle that we're in right now is not the original castle. Over there, that brick wall is the only remaining part of the original castle. It was destroyed, and then this was rebuilt in the 1800s as a kind of commemoration to Hume Castle and the purpose that it served.
So what I've got in my hand is an EMF reader. Do you want to close down that time so it's not on the screen? Mm-hmm. It's an EMF reader. What it does is it measures electric-magnetic fields, and it's theoried that if there's a paranormal presence in the area, then it will go higher or lower depending on what their electric-magnetic frequency is. Again, this isn't proven, it's theoried, but it's well studied by paranormal people in universities. So holding it them out now, we've got a baseline about between 40 and 50. So I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get a response with the EMF.
So at this point we use the EMF reader to try and pick up on any spirit responses through electromagnetic frequencies. We follow lines of questioning from if the spirits were defenders of the castle or if they were assailants of the castle. We follow a line of questioning in regards to a town called Dunbar, as it's known that a woman from that town was married into a family in Greenlaw that was associated with Hume Castle. And unfortunately we don't get any response through the EMF reader at this point in time. I would also like to point out and apologise that there may be some interference from either coughing or clearing of throats. This is just due to our cameraman. He wasn't feeling too great at the point of recording, so just an apology for that. And as well, there may also be some audio contamination from local farm animals, as we are very close to a local farm, so there may be some cows or sheep in the background, but we will point this out at the time when the noises are present.
See, SIPA, chest infection or not, we're always taking a SIPA from the evidence.
So all this is doing at the minute is just jumping between 46, 47, which is the normal parameters for what we said, between 40 and 50 for the natural electrical magnetic field around the area. There's a lot of errors. I'll tell you that because so if you're hearing like things like that, it's an owl. We're not going to keep saying it's an owl. I think this is going to be the last time we say it's a cow, sheep, owl, pig, dog, anything like that. All we'll say is just wildlife.
If you're not from the borders, you'll not know that this is a very heavy agriculture area for farming and animal rearing.
Bob. It just stopped.
So what unfortunately wasn't captured on camera, and unfortunately I didn't see it either as I was behind the EMF reader, but from what I actually saw is that the graph that the EMF reader produces showing the spikes and the drops in the electromagnetic frequencies, that completely flatlined. The lights were still on, and the part that shows up what the electromagnetic frequency is sitting at, they were all still present, but the graph itself just completely dropped. So right now what we're doing is we're discussing this, we're looking into it to try and debunk it. My personal thought is that if it was, as it was only that one piece of the whole program that dropped off, I think this may have, and is more likely to have been, some kind of technical glitch within the app itself, and not necessarily anything paranormal. So unfortunately with this, it wasn't captured on camera. Bob did see it when he turned to face the reader, but unfortunately it wasn't captured on the camera. But we can neither confirm nor deny that if this is any form of paranormal response. I'm leaning more towards the technical glitch, just because when we carry on follow-up questions after this happens, there is no response at all, that doesn't recreate itself. We have used this program quite a lot in our previous investigations. It is a trusted piece of equipment that we have. This is one thing that we discuss while we're looking into this, is that we have tested all the equipment that we use. Any apps that we use, we test them all out just to make sure, because we have used some apps that aren't genuine, that do have things like word banks that would give false responses, and we don't want any false response. We're looking for natural evidence instead of faked evidence. So as I said, we can't confirm or deny. My speculation is that this was just a technical glitch, just due to the fact that there are no further responses or any recreation of that particular event.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to conclude our EMF. Not very much is happening on the EMF at the minute. So we're going to move on to a different piece of tech. But I do want to stay here a little bit longer.
So with the EMF not coming back with much except for that one drop off, we're going to now move on to using the spirit box. So we have used this before, and what this does is it scans through radio waves at every half a second or less. So if there's any frequencies picked up from radios, whether it be a radio presenter or advertisements, we will only get the one letter from what they're saying. So if it's a full word or even full sentence, we can then theorize that that is paranormal. Just if you're wondering, the cable is attached to my charger because my phone is running out of battery. There you go.
That's not due to a battery drain.
It's due to being an idiot not charging it.
Yeah, well, we're not going to actually say it's a battery drain because it's not. So we don't want anybody else watching the video to think it was a battery drain.
So I'm going to fire this up. I'll turn it up as well. If there's anyone here, come forward and talk to us.
So we start to use the spirit box, and for quite a while there's no response. We do get a couple of responses which we'll be hearing soon. Unfortunately, we can't pick out exactly what are said in these responses, but if you can pick out what's possibly said, then please put it in the comments below. As I said, under my editing software, even having enhanced the audio recordings that we have, I still can't work out exactly what's being said.
Talk to us.
Paul, move.
Where do you want me to move to?
Paul, speak to you. Paul.
I'm listening.
No, you moved. You were standing there and you moved up there. Paul moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep trying to talk to us.
What was that?
What the hell? It sounded like, what the fuck you telling us? It sounded like to me, what the fuck you telling us?
Can you say that again? What we're in front of just now, this is the only remaining part of the original castle walls. So this was constructed in the 1200s,
1214.
1214, and it was destroyed in 1654. Yeah, so it was destroyed in 1654, and this was all that was left of the castle. It was destroyed by Cromwell's men, and they bombarded the castle with their artillery, and then it was left in ruin until the outside that you see now was constructed around this piece. So what we're going to do just now.
Oh, it was reconstructed back in the 1800s as well.
Yes.
And it was in ruin, and then back in the 1900s it was redone so that it was more of a structure rather than just ruins.
So I'm going to get the spirit box back up. Okay, so I'm just going to start the spirit box off here again. Tell you what, actually, first of all, I'll do an EMF.
EMF, right, okay.
See if the reading's any different here. Roughly about the same.
40, 50?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys. I slipped out my gloves. It's very cold tonight, so I'm wearing cotton gloves.
So yeah, we're around about 40, 50.
Between 40 and 50, so high 40s.
So as you can see, we use the spirit box over by the original castle ruins. Unfortunately, we don't receive any responses while we're using the spirit box here. We, as always, do different lines of questioning, and we also move it around. We at some points even put it onto the ruins itself. And with no responses coming back from the castle, We then decide to head down to the old Hume graveyard to do a quick investigation down there.
So we've had a change of location. We're now at Hume Cemetery, and inside Hume Cemetery there was a church that used to stand here, which was also burnt down because of Cromwell's men, just like the castle. Might be an animal. I can hear rustling of leaves.
There's sheep or cows in the field there.
Right, okay. So we're here, and I'm actually standing on the area where the church was. I'm inside the church at the minute. This is marked out from stones along the cemetery. Okay, so what I have here is I've got the spirit box. You've seen us use this quite a lot tonight. So what I'll do is I'll stick it on and see if I can get any response. Is anyone there? If anyone's there, come speak to us. Before I continue with this spirit box, there's also a kind of like a folklore about this cemetery, that there's a grey woman that wanders and she stands next to the wall as well. I don't know where that link is towards the church, but it may be linked. There's a mouse that just ran beside my feet. I just jumped out my skin. Midnight. Come with you. Where are we going? Where would you like me to come with you? Are you the lady in grey? This ear keeps ringing. Where would you like me to go? What was that?
Don't know.
Didn't sound very nice. That wasn't very nice sounding. Can you repeat that and say it nicer?
So as you can see, when the voice comes through on the spirit box, we're not able to find out what it says. I have enhanced the audio and had a listen to it enhanced, and to me it just sounds like complete and utter gobbledygook. However, what I have noticed during editing the clip here is that, as you've seen, the camera does start to glitch out, and it kind of starts to like move the shot from left to right really quickly between the two, which I've not seen before while editing any videos. So it's, again, could be a glitch in the camera, but it is weird with the timing of it, that it comes through at the exact point when that voice comes through on the spirit box. So I can't confirm or deny if this is technical or paranormal, but the timing is, shall we say, very coincidental.
Have you got something to say? Excuse my voice there, guys. Stay right here. Why am I staying here?
So after the second time the male voice comes through, we are still not able to pick out exactly what is said by the voice. It's unable to be deciphered. We don't get any further responses from the spirit box, so we decide this is probably a good point, as it's now gone midnight, to wrap up our investigation, at least for now. We, having had a discussion afterwards, we believe that some of the evidence that we have gathered here may be a form of residual energy, instead of actual intelligent responses. So we are thinking about coming back to this location to try again, as the rumours of, for example, the Grey Lady at the cemetery, they have been said that it's only certain times of year that she does appear. So we are thinking about possibly coming back to this location to investigate further. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we shall see you all in the next video. And if you like the content, please remember to subscribe. We will be getting back to uploading videos on a regular basis, and as soon as we are able to get out again to do more investigations, we will certainly be getting out there and investigating further for you guys, and bringing you all of our evidence that we get, whether we get some or whether it's like this video where there's very minimal evidence. That is up to the spirits. But thank you all for watching, and have a good night.